Hi guys, I am Sunny Kumar from Mathematics and Computing IIT BHU, and today I am back again with another problem of January circuits, a game of trees. So basically this question is very simple, and I don't know why there are so much stacks of algorithms, game theory, graphs, tree, trie, data structure. Basically the question is really very simple. I think the question is making fool of us, poking fool of everyone. Oh, I guess so. Now we have been given a rooted tree with n vertices, and a and b are two players playing in the tree. Starting with a, each player can select a vertex v that contain no parent and delete a path with at least two vertices starting from v. Okay, a player loses if he or she cannot turn in the game. Okay, now we have been given parent I plus 1 vertex. Now one thing you can note in this question that A and B are playing without optimal decision. So A and B are playing without optimally means A and B have no prerequisite, or we can say A and B have no idea who will win the game, and A and B have no idea what will be the actual paths, or what will be the paths through which A and B will go or pluck the vertices or pick up such certain path that will declare them as winner. So if A and B are not playing optimally as given in the question says A and B are playing with the tree. A starts the game and there are no optimal movement. A and B are playing just as a usual play. And we can also notice one thing also. Each player can select a vertex V that contains no parent and delete a path with at least two vertices. So what is actually been done in the question that the two players A and B will start removing that vertex having no parent and at least two vertices starting from me, and there are no optimal movements done by A and B. Optimally, playing optimally means that A and B must have some prerequisite knowledge of the paths of the graph that are given to them, and A and B can move optimally such that they will make him winner. But there is no optimal movement in this question. So what A and B is going to do is A and B, for the best movement, A and B wants to make their movement. Suppose A is moving first. So what A will do, suppose I have this graph. Okay, now starting with A, what A will do start to pick up the leaf node along along with the path associated with that leaf node, and A is going to remove that path. Since A is unknown of the what is the actual path, what will be the actual probability through which he will go through this path or that path or any other path in the graph, A is unaware that which path will declare him as a winner, since A is not playing optimally. So the best case for A to do is to take any leaf node and remove the path starting with this to the rooted vertex, that is 0. Okay. Similarly, if A chance is done, then if A removes 0, 3, 4 path, then the our new graph would be containing only 1 and 2. Now the chance is of B. So B will remove 1 and will declare him as a winner, since after removing 1 there is no graph having having vertices, having a vertex such that it has no parent and at least v vertices, sorry, at least two vertices starting from that vertex. So the game is not being played optimally, and the players A and B will want to make his movement and throw out the next movement to the other player. So the best case is to remove the leafest node and its parent and the path along with this to the rooted node. So what we are going to do in this question to approach the answer is, we are going to, when we encounter the leaf node, suppose we are encountering 4 as a leaf node, what we are going to do, initially all are declared in the visited array as false. So what we are going to do is, suppose we have visited 4 here, then we, if I have visited 4 here, I am going to check if 4 is declared as false. What I am going to do is to declare 3 as true. And again, if I am facing this again 2 as, suppose 2 is also a leaf node, if I am facing 2 as a leaf node again, then what I am going to do is, initially 2 is declared as false, so I am declaring 1 as true. So for every vertex v, if vertex v is false, then I am going to declare vertex v's parent as true, starting from the leaf node. Because I am doing as a leaf node, because the best case is to remove the leaf node and its parent. And if I am encountering the leaf node here, that is 4, then I am going to remove this 3 and 4. So I am declaring 3 as true. Similarly, if I am encountering 2 as a vertex, as a leaf node, then I am going to mark 1 as false, sorry, true, and I am going to mark 1 as true if 2 is declared as false. I am going to do this until I am done with the traversing the graph using DFS or DFS. It doesn't matter here. So what will be the implementation part of this question? Let us move on to this. Okay, so I have taken the number of test cases, which is actually already 1. So n will be the number of nodes, and actually I have an adjacency list here. This is adjacency list. Okay, and I have a visited array that will mark the nodes visited or not. And I have a p. I am going to declare adjacency of p as I plus 1. P is actually the parent. Okay, and I am going to start the DFS with 1 and with parent as nothing, which is -1, and adjacency list and visited array. If visited is 1, I'm going to print A, and else I'm going to print B. I will explain this later in this video. Now let us understand this DFS function. So what we are going to do is, whenever we are encountering u equal to p, so it means that we are going to traverse back to the parent, so we are going to continue here. Otherwise we are going to traverse all the vertices. And what I have told, that if not equal to visited of u, what I am going to do, first we encounter the leaf node, and if this is false, I am going to mark this as true, because a and b are not playing optimally. So the best case is to remove this leaf node and this correspondingly its parent node. So I am going to remove 3 and 4 as a part. So if not equal to viz of u, and I am going to mark this viz of v equal to true, and this goes for every element. That is, if I am going to mark 2, if 2 is false, then I am going to mark 1 as true. And again, if we encounter 1, then I am going to check. If 1 is false, then I am going to mark 0 as true. But 1 is already true, because if 2 is false, then 1 is true, and if 1 is true, then 0 is going to be false always. So this is basically the DFS function, where I am going to always mark this starting with leaf node, mark this true, and again if this is false, then 0th parent if exists. If we have further larger graph, if 0th parent exists, then we are going to mark 0th parent as true, because 0 is false. Now how this is coming, if viz of 1 is true, then we will print A, otherwise this we will print B. Let us understand this. Suppose we have a smaller graph of something like 2 nodes. Okay, and we have 0 as 1 in value, and we have 0 1. Okay, now if we start with the base case, this is rooted tree with 0 as a root. What we are going to do, A is starting the game, so the A will start the game, and 0 has no parent, and at least 2 vertices starting with 0. So what A is going to do is to remove these complete. 0 and 1 as a combination. So the winner will be A, as obvious. So in this case, what will happen with the DFS function when DFS function encounter 1? So if 1 is false, 1 is also a leaf node, 0 is going to be true. 0 is going to be true, A is going to pluck this, and the entire graph vanishes. So what will going to happen is, in this case 1 is false and 0 will be true. A is going to select a path starting with 0, ending at 1, and 0 is true. So from the base case we can also determine who will win. So in this case the output will be, base of 1 is true, the output will be A. Let's take another example where we have 4 nodes. Okay, we have 4 nodes, 0, 1, and 0 is attached with 3 also, and 0 is attached with 2 also. Okay, in this case we are going to mark this leaf node as false. Sorry, if leaf node is false, 0 will be true. If 1 is false, 0 will be true. 2 is false, 0 will be true. A is starting the game, so A will take this 0. Sorry, A will take this 0 and any leaf node. So what will happen to this? Can you imagine? Yes, if the A is going to take this 0 and suppose it takes 3, the 2 will be a single node, 1 will be a single node, then B cannot make its move, so B loses. So in this case also wiz of 0 is true, and since here I am using one based indexing, so if 0 is true, then our answer will be A. And suppose our graph would be like 0 has no 1 and 0 has, sorry, and 2 has 1. Okay, so what will happen in this case? I am going to this leaf node, and if I am going to check if this is false, 2 is going to be true, as obvious. And if 2 is going to be true, 0 is going to be false. Okay, and if this is false, 0 is going to be false, and I'm going to start with the deepest leaf node. So if 1 is false, sorry, if 3 is false, then 0 is going to be true. But if 1 is false, this is going to be true, and this is going to be true, then this is always be false. So what will A going to do is, A is going to start with 0 and take the path with deepest node, that is A will choose a path with 0, 2, 1. So what will happen is, after removing this path, 3 will have a single node, so B cannot make a chance. So what will be the our configuration with the DFS function? Let us understand this. In this case you can easily say that A is going to be win. So how A is going to be win? Let us understand that. In the DFS function we can easily see we are going to first traverse all the node and the deepest node first. So what will happen if this is false, this is true, and if this is true it will remain false. But after traversing this deepest leaves, what will happen? It will come to 3, and it will 3 check if this is false, this is going to be true, and if this is true, then it will occur that if this is true, if width of 1 is true, here I am using one based indexing, then you can easily see that our answer will be A. So when we arrived at conclusion that the game is not being played optimally, so the best case is to remove leaf node and its corresponding parent, and we are going to do this by making a visited array, and we writing this statement in the DFS function. That will help us a lot. So let us run this code and check the if this is going to give us the correct result or not. Okay, I'm going to submit it. Okay, and now as you can see, and the code is going to be accepted. Okay, and still evaluating now. Okay, yes, as you can see, the code passes through all the test cases. Okay, oh, so if you have any doubts, please do not forget to mention in the comment section of the video, and the code is also mentioned in the description of the video. So, and I will ask the viewers to like this video, share this video, and do subscribe to my YouTube channel for the latest updates, as we are posting the editorials of the latest contest, online contest, that are going to be held, that will be held. Thank you for watching this video.